Good morning. So, laundry. I did it last night. There's two ways to do laundry here. One, you can give it to the guys that own this place and they will take it down to some place and do it for you for a small fee. Or you can just pull an India and wash it in the shower, which is what I did. So, it's not dry yet, but that's how I did my laundry. Anyhow, oh, yesterday I had three missions, two of which you've seen the answers to. I have bug repellent, which works fabulously, and I found a church and a mission, which is cool. The third one about clothing, I also discovered that yesterday. I just forgot to tell you. I found out two ways. One from Connie downstairs. She told me the same thing that. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, take two. So I found out two things from two people. Okay, let's try that again. From two people, I found out about clothing. Way back in Korea. Actually, it wasn't that far ago. But anyhow, back in Korea, if you remember, on Ash Wednesday, I went to another church, and there I met a girl named April. April has a friend in Egypt. I emailed April, who put me in contact with a friend in Egypt, who told me the same thing that Connie downstairs told me about clothing. I do not have to wear a head covering, and I need to wear clothes that are not, like, slutty looking. Basically, like, nothing too short, nothing too tight, and I need to keep my shoulders covered. So, I'm good. Although I may buy skirts anyway, just because they have really cool skirts here. Yeah, so today is the next day. And, oh, another thing about God being consistent. All through my trip so far, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed that I tend to pick up right where I left off in learning in the scripture. So, like, there was Joseph in Egypt, and then we picked up from Joseph and kept going, and in Korea. And then in Korea also we switched into Matthew with the Beatitudes, and then in India we picked up right after the Beatitudes and went to Palm Sunday. But because of Egypt having funny holiday times, it's not Easter this Sunday, it's Palm Sunday again. So we're picking up right where we left off, which is cool. Anyway, so that is my morning report, and I'm gonna do some online stuff and get breakfast and hope my pants are dry enough to wear, and then go and try to find where I was yesterday and hope I don't get too terribly lost.
So I am so totally getting used to this breakfast being brought on little trays thing. Yeah, it's good. And this is called Turkish coffee. It's very strong. It's very good. I like it. Learning to count. Sometimes traveling makes you feel like you're in kindergarten. Heads up. Arabic is written that way, opposite of English, but their numbers are written that way, the same as English. So you have to read both ways at the same time. Or just look for the numbers and ignore everything else. Yay! Oh, by the way, I'm learning Arabic numbers because all prices are written in Arabic. So I have to know what the numbers are so that I know what the prices are. Not all of them. Some of them are printed, and then if they're printed, they're in English, but like, if I go clothes shopping, it'll be in Arabic. Yep. Yep, there's an elevator. Wish I would have known that the first time. Okay, so I wasn't here before, but it's gorgeous. Okay, so slightly lost, but I just walked through a market where there were roosters and chickens and a guy carrying a rabbit. It was cool. We made it back to the train station again. Okay, here we go again. So I went to buy some mango juice, ended up with apple juice, but these little girls were there and they thought it was so cool that I was from America, and they speak English as well. So they were translating for me to the guy, and it was funny, and they were all laughing. It was exciting. Oh, by the way, they've got mango juice and cool music here too. Yay! Ooh, I'm lost, and I just got this. Sorry, I had to cross the road. I can't do that with a camera yet. I got that water I offered him £2 and he gave it to me for $1.50, which is awesome. Okay, look, there it is. I found it. Yay! Okay, so I finished the Garland, and now we are heading home, and hopefully not getting lost, because I think I know the way now. Okay.
Okay, so we're back, and it is really hot, and I think I'm going to do some online stuff and go to bed. But I'm going to do the Who is God Today thing now. Today, I observed something. While I was sitting doing my little garland, which by the way, I got all my garlands finished, yay. I think I said that already. Anyhow, while I was doing them, these other people came in. On Fridays and Saturdays, they have a lot of volunteers that come in, volunteers and visitors. They come in and they are so happy to see these people. They come in, they smile, they hug them, they sit down with them and talk with them and bring them things, and they're really genuinely happy to meet them. Which is a really interesting observation for me, because all of the people there have mental disabilities, and some of them also have physical disabilities to go with them. And they're older people. That is a really hard demographic for me. I don't ever know what to do with them, and I'm really uncomfortable around them. Had I known that that's what this place was before showing up, I probably would have found somewhere else to volunteer, which is probably why God didn't tell me what it was before I showed up. On one side, it's like, okay, they don't speak English, I don't speak Arabic, so there's limited communication with them to begin with me, but also, I don't know what to do with them. But these other people that come in do. They know exactly what to do, and they are really genuinely happy to see them. And the nuns are all like that too. Like, they really like being there, and they joke with them, and they know them, and they're happy to help them. And I thought, man alive, what part of God do these people see that make them so comfortable in this situation and so happy to be here? Which is not to say I'm not happy, I'm just awkward. But they're not awkward. And I figured out that it's because they're called. They were talking and they mentioned their calling, and when they were praying, they do all these prayers, and of course they're Catholic, so they're regular type prayers, but when you listen to them pray, you can hear what words they emphasize. Each person emphasizes it a little differently than the others, and they feel very called. And there's this concept in Egypt about the waiting Christ, who waits and calls you until you come. And so I guess today I've seen that he's calling. And he's calling us to do something. And so when we hear him, we can be happy to do it and not awkward. So that's who God is today. He's calling. Oh, a whole bunch of random facts. Okay, 1. If people make a hissing or kissing sound behind you, they're not hitting on you, they're just asking you to move out of the way. they do hit on you, but mostly in Arabic, so I don't know that they are, but apparently they do. Sometimes they'll say welcome to Egypt or welcome to Cairo, and that's like their way of trying to get a conversation started so that they can hit on you later. Just keep walking. Oh, people did hit on me in India, in the airport, on the way back, 2 of them. I just didn't mention it because I've gotten used to it by now. Anyway, another random fact about Egypt. If you need to talk to the police, don't talk to the police usually, but if you do need to, talk to the ones with the white collars, not the ones with the black collars, because they're higher up and usually more reliable. Yep, that's all my random facts for now.